even though we're both from completely opposite sides of the world, like he's from Tianjin,
I'm from China.
And I'm from Miami, Florida. Like, we just seem to really both have so much in common. We first met in my first couple weeks at Cornell. We met through some mutual friends, and instantly I really loved Young.
By the time my senior year came, she was essentially my best friend at Cornell. And during a fall break, she decided to go with me to Boston to spend a long weekend with me. That's where we really started connecting.
And I remember we were walking and we had to go catch the bus really quickly, and at one point he grabbed my hand like to pull me onto the bus, and then we just kind of kept holding hands for a little while after that.
It was almost like it's revealed to you that you have this chemistry with this person. This entire time we were just unaware of it. And that time just sort of like, somebody tapped my shoulder and goes, hey, you guys, the pieces match. But we still remained as friends because I didn't have the courage to really ask her out, and we were friends. I didn't want to ask her out and have that compromise it.
Very good. At Cornell, I founded an organization called the Foundation of International Medical Relief for Children. And basically we planned these volunteering trips to areas all over the world. So I was planning a trip to Costa Rica, and it was a little bit over a week trip. And right before we went, there was an earthquake near where we were going to be staying. And so there was a lot of people who were injured and sick from the earthquake. And when I was there, I think I may have caught some sort of virus.
She came back from Costa Rica, and I took her out to a restaurant. And immediately I noticed that there was something wrong. She didn't touch her food at all. When she got home, her fever was spiking, and she all of us seemed very, very sick. So I ended up taking her to the hospital. They kept her there. They took a lot of blood. They kept doing all these different tests. And at the end, they couldn't come up with a diagnosis.
I remember just seeing Young there, like always by my side, and whenever I would start to feel sick, he would run and like get a nurse or a doctor. And I just remember the whole night and just in and out, like he was always by my side, and he kept getting coffees after coffees. I saw these like 4 or 5 empty coffee containers, and I realized like it was the next day and I was still there and he just hadn't even left.
To be constantly bothering the doctors all the time asking what was the result of that test, what was the result of the CT scan, I realized that she's something more than just a friend. And I realized this entire time I was suppressing my feelings for her. So I knew that this is the time, this is sort of like my wake-up call, like you have to ask her out. And she told me that she was afraid she won't get better, and I told her, you have to get better because I want to take you out when you get better.
So it was very
really
good inspiration
exactly.
to start feeling better. And then in the next couple of weeks I did get better, and that was when we first began dating.
I think it was Thanksgiving around that time. I was thinking to myself, I really do want to propose to her and ask her to marry me. The actual thought of being with her forever was that day in the hospital, but the whole plan for proposal, well, that was during Thanksgiving. So then it came, okay, when is the right time to propose? Well, I believe that Christmas is always the right time. Like, what better than Christmas, right? The best gift you can get is, realizing that person you want to spend the rest of your life with wants to spend the rest of their life with you. And I wrote a poem to her.
You wrote a sonnet.
I wrote a sonnet, actually. Shakespearean sonnet. So, had to find the right words for that.
And then when he got down on one knee, I just broke down crying, and he read me the sonnet, and it was just the best moment of my life.